There is a fresh lead in the search for Travis Decker, the man accused in the horrific murders of his 3 daughters near a Leavenworth campground. Some have reported a possible sighting in Idaho.
A family reported the tip on July 5th after visiting the Bear Creek campground in the Sawtooth National Forest east of Boise. Authorities now confirmed they do believe Decker is armed and should be considered dangerous. I spoke with Supervisory Deputy U.S. Marshal Michael Leigh, who's in Idaho. What can you tell us about this tip that came in over the weekend about the sighting that you believe is Travis Decker?
Well, this weekend, on Saturday, we had a tipster report seeing someone who matched the description of Travis Decker. They described his tattoos pretty accurately, and it's believed they had not seen previous pictures of those tattoos. And since putting out the media releases, we received additional tips that corroborate the eyewitnesses' encounter with potentially Travis Decker.
What did they say about his behavior in the tip? How was he acting?
He didn't make eye contact. He kind of was on an UTV trail that's not frequented by a lot of foot traffic and hikers. And so it was his demeanor and the area that he was in that made it seem a little suspicious. Tipsters also described his long ponytail and, ungroomed facial hair.
I thought it was
gave us.
Sorry, Michael. I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting in your description that you said he has a history of hitchhiking. That's the first time I'd heard that. Can you tell us more about that? Do you think that's how he got to Idaho from Washington State?
That'd be hard to speculate. I think it's more of a general caution for those that are in that area, just as a public service announcement, to be vigilant and not pick up any hitchhikers. There's nothing that's telling me, and I'm not there. As you know, Dave, I'm, a couple hundred miles from Boise, not on scene. And so my information could be a little delayed, but, we are cautioning those around there not to pick up any strangers, and to report, and just to be mindful of those around them.
What kind of terrain are we talking about in that area?
Oh, the Sawtooth, it's pretty rugged. It's going to be hard for anybody to navigate those areas, especially for longer distances and for longer durations. It's going to present challenges, just like over in Chelan County.
Yeah. What kind of resources are you flooding into that area? I know time is of the essence. He's had a couple of days since the tip. So what's the best chance of catching him now?
So we have a multi-agency response, similar to what you saw in Chelan County with in Wenatchee. We have U.S. Forest Service officers, the Camas County Sheriff's Office, and then our task force made up of multiple different agencies. And we also have Custom Border Patrol out with us. We have multiple air assets and resources, and additional U.S. Marshal Service aerial assets that are also inbound, to include our Special Operations Group. They're standing by to deploy now. They are set up for more rural operations and manhunts based on their training and the equipment and gear and things of that nature to sustain in that environment over the long haul.
Well, we'll keep putting this photo out there and asking for tips. We'll send tips to the U.S. Marshals hotline. I know you're offering that $20,000 reward. Thank you for your time today. We'll catch back with you in a couple of days, see how things are going. U.S. Supervisory Deputy U.S. Marshal Michael Leigh.